is Kelsey from HIITburn.com, and today we're going to be covering 4 common health mistakes that we often see people make in their health journey. And then we're going to give you some tips on what you can do instead to keep progressing forward. Eating too little. This is something that we see all the time. When people decide that they want to go on a diet, they often think that they need to drastically restrict calories in their food intake. And that's just not true. What this is gonna do is it's gonna lead you to being cranky, it's gonna lead it to not being something that's sustainable, and it's gonna lead it to quick plateaus. Low-calorie diets are not sustainable over time. So the key is to find the balance of eating the right types of foods and eating when you're hungry and until you're satisfied. Now this can take practice, but we can teach you how to do that. Overeating health foods. Now, this is something that we often also see all the time. There's all these different types of snacks that are labeled as healthy. Now, while these are maybe better than a Hostess cupcake, they often aren't that much better. So what we would suggest is just stick to whole, one-ingredient foods most of the time. Eat things like meat, veggies, fruit, avocado, nuts, real foods most of the time, and then you can supplement with treats here and there. That's really gonna help you get sustainable results over time. Obsessing over the weight on the scale. Now, what we wanna tell you is to just throw away your scale. Don't worry about your weight specifically, because that really just gives you a small fraction of the picture. When you're too focused on the number on the scale, you can easily get discouraged if you don't see the number changing every single week. Now, really the scale only gives you a small picture, meaning it doesn't tell you what your actual body composition is. If you're eating well, if you're exercising, you're going to be losing fat and building muscle, and the scale cannot tell the difference between the two of those. And the reality is, no one looks at you and says, oh my goodness, you're 142 pounds today. You used to be 155. No one can tell you the exact number of your own weight, so it shouldn't matter to you either. How are you feeling? Are you moving well? Are you eating well? Are you able to see progress through photos? That's really the best way to measure your progress, is how you're feeling, how you're moving, and then take progress photos every once in a while, and you'll be able to see real change. Obsessing over counting calories and macros. Now, this is something that can be a real stumbling block for people, but here's the thing. Calorie labels are not reliable. They legally can be off by 20%. That means they could be 20% more calories than is listed, or it could be 20% lower calories than is listed, but you don't know either way. Plus, the amount of calories that you personally need is so different from anybody else, because it depends on factors like your age, your height, your goals. There's so many different factors that go into how much food your body needs. So a better way than counting specific calories is to learn to listen to your body. Eat when you're hungry and until you're satisfied. Focus on real food most of the time, and that's really gonna help put your mind at ease, not having to stress over the specific amounts that you're eating. And it's also gonna help your body be fueled more efficiently because you're really listening to what it needs rather than a certain number. So thanks for joining us today. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions below, and make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our daily videos. And we'll see you soon.